nonverbal communication, body language, the management of time, space, appearance, posture, gesture, voice, eye contact, facial expression, breathing, touch, smell. Is smell important in your professional life? Bank on it. We interview 600 professional women. Our question in a business setting: how do you know when a man cheats on his wife? Top 7 answers: nonverbal communication. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you the top 2. Are you ready? 74% of our female respondents. Smell. I do not trust a man who wears too much cologne or aftershave. You're seen as untrustworthy. Number 2, and I apologize because I guarantee in an audience this big, several of you guys are going down in flames on this one. I do not trust a man who... We're going to look at the business world. We're going to look at the simple act of meeting another individual. You see, when you and I meet for the first time, nonverbal communication or body language is 10 times more powerful than what you say. Let's go there. You and I meet for the first time. The rules are different for men and women, so pay attention. You want to get this right. In fact, not only are the rules different, the rules are precisely the opposite. When meeting a male, here are the rules. You never stand square-shouldered face-to-face with a male. What are the odds, gentlemen, that you and I would stand in the lobby 18 inches apart and have a communication square-shouldered and face-to-face? Slim. In fact, if you have a height advantage, that's an intimidation move. What we're going to learn is this, that men are comfortable working at angles. If you're a woman, the opposite rule applies. Listen closely. Always, in a first meeting, particularly if you are a male, stand directly opposite that female. You never move into the side. You don't go into that personal space bubble that exists 2 feet around every human being. For a female, and think of it this way, I ask a 63-year-old real estate professional, Rose, why a direct frontal approach? Her answer spells it out clearly. She looks me in the eyes and says, Bill, come on. I need to see your hands at all times. She's not kidding. Women listen with their eyes, and if you move close to a woman, you're violating her personal space. That is shared only by intimates. She prefers to have you directly opposite her at the boardroom table, not on an angle. I'm working in a sales situation. Those are the 4 steps associated with a handshake. What I want to do is I want to share with you that a handshake is a remarkably powerful thing if you know what to look for. And the message is not always conscious. Let's look at 5 styles of handshake, and I will share with you 3 bits of information before we go into that analysis. All handshakes in every culture in the world are about personal power. When I shake your hand, I will be making a comment regarding relative power, my perception of power versus yours. Number 2, in this culture in particular, in the United States of America, there are no gender distinctions in a handshake. There is a feminine handshake, but I do not recommend using it. It'll cost you credibility points. Number 3, please consider the following. I think it's important to note that when you go for a handshake, it's probably a lot more important to gather information about the person you're meeting than to disseminate information, send information about yourself. So I'm going to share with you how to read handshakes. There are 5 basic styles. Let's go to work. First handshake, vertical, one-hander. Let's take a look at 3 things that you must project to initiate and maintain a long-running professional relationship. And it doesn't matter if you're in a professional setting or a social setting. There are skills we need to determine. There are things we like of the people with whom we associate. Number 1, we're going to look at trustworthiness. Now, how do you project trustworthiness? Before we go too far, let me suggest a little twist. You cannot project trustworthiness verbally.